on the call workshop, because at our local, we're lucky we have like Carl Eklund and Elizabeth Weber and everything. We did a mini call workshop up there, and they taught us a lot of things. So there's a lot of different takes on a call workshop, but the main thing is what I'm going to show you here, and I found it really helpful to go through this, and I will post these afterwards if anybody wants to look at them, because basically what I did is I just took Ryan's stuff, what he was doing, and put it in slides, because call workshops will build our business, and it's something that we really should be trying to do with anybody at least once a week, even if it's just one other person for 15 minutes. I know people do it on their lunch hours. They just call for a half hour and try to catch everybody on their lunch hours. And you can do it in person. You can meet at a coffee shop. You can do it online or on the phone. You have 10 or 20 people that you've networked with, and you're going to reach out to see if they might know the right people. And this is something different than we used to do. Before, we would just ask them if they wanted to meet to look at the business. But now we're really going for their network, because the secret is in getting to their network. So we want to have them evaluate the business to see who they can put in front of us. We tell them we want to expand distribution, and you know people, and I know you know people, so let me show you what I got. So we can also invite them to upcoming events and trainings to introduce products. We can use it for all kinds of things. What Ryan concentrated on in his workshop was showing the plan, which I think is the hardest thing. Like, we have a big motives event coming up. That's easy to invite people to. We have Ryan Stack at our local this weekend. That's easy to invite people to. But showing people the business plan, for most of us, that's the hardest thing. So one thing that they all brought up is, what is an effective names list? When you make calls, your names list should be made of people you've networked with in the last 90 days, not somebody you haven't talked to in 5 years. And in that little short video I posted from Ryan, it's also on YouTube, it's called Ryan Stack Call Workshop. He spends about 5 minutes going through how you filter through a names list with people you haven't talked to in 5 years. But for this purpose, it should be people you've been in contact with recently, okay? And we can keep this list fresh by adding 2 new names every day, 5 days a week, like we're supposed to. So what's our goal? Our goal is to get the appointment with the person we're talking to, so they can have a look at the business overview to see who they might know who's looking for something. It's not about them. It's not about if they're the right person or trying to recruit them. It's about getting to their network. You want them to understand how our business works, see how it functions, and be able to ask questions so people will pop into their minds that you can contact. So, and at the end, if they like what they're seeing and catch the vision, they will think of some people that they know, and they will pass those names on to you, because they want to help you out. You're calling people you know. You're calling people who presumably like you, right? So it's not about them. And this is before, when Shane Krangle and all those guys back in the day, they would always say, you know, this may or may not be for you. And Ryan and Carl's thing is, don't say that, because they know immediately you're hoping it's for them. So what we're doing is we're really taking it away. And when they watch the plan and see it unfold, they realize that we're making something new out of what everybody does anyway. It's an evolved version of what we do on their daily lives, and everybody wins in it. And almost everyone, in their experience, and the people I know, thinks of 2 to 3 people. And those are the people you're looking for. So you show them, you talk to them, and you say, who do you think of? Who might be ready for what we have? Who's looking to start a company? Who do you know in your network that would be perfect for this kind of business? And so after they look at the business and they decide to become interested, that's great. But it's really more about the people they could refer you to. So that takes a lot of pressure off of people. So here's the plan, and this is what we want to do tonight. And this kind of addresses what you were saying a little bit too, Virginia, you know. Text first. Find out when they're free to talk, because nobody likes to answer the phone anymore. If people see the phone ring, they look and think, if it's my mother, I'll answer because something's wrong, but otherwise I'm not going to pick up the phone. Then we wait for voicemail, and I'm the worst person. I never listen to voicemail. So text first, find out when they're free to call, just a quick text on everyone on your list. Hey, wanted to ask you a quick question. Let me know when you have a minute. I'll be super quick. Appreciate it. Talk to you soon. Yeah. Say whatever you want. It'll be super quick. Appreciate it. Hope you're well. Enjoy your day. Talk to you soon. So you just go down your list, text them and say, when are you free? I need a second, to everyone on your list. So this opens the door to expected communication. You're not just calling them out of the blue. They know you want to talk to them for a second about something. So it kind of opens the door, eases the path a little bit. And this one's really important because, as Sarah knows, my relationship with the phone is not that great. So if you're good on the phone, get them on the phone right away. And if you're petrified of the phone and this isn't going to work because you hate it and won't do it, go ahead and text somebody or use instant messaging, but it has to be something that's live. Don't just send an email. You have to be able to have a conversation. And if you're new and you're sitting with your business partners and you really feel like you can't do it, hand the phone to them and have them send the text to get you started the first time. It's just another skill we can all learn. But Ryan said that this is really important. You have to figure out where you are in this and then hopefully evolve to, if you're good on the phone, get them on the phone. So you text first, then you say why you're contacting them. Get right to the point. You may have seen what I'm doing on Facebook, or we've talked about what I've been doing, whatever is appropriate for the person. I'm expanding shop.com. We're looking to bring on some new business partners in the next 90 days. I'm trying to go through the networks of people I know to find the right candidate. You know, business is going great. I'm looking for the right people. I want to expand in your area. You might be able to help me out. So what do you want from them? That kind of dialogue, you're looking for them to sit down and look at this so they can help you out by leading you to somebody they know. Yeah, and that was Ryan Stack's dialogue. You know, we're scaling up, business is great. I think expanding in your area, in our area, is a good one no matter what, but it might not be your style. So always be you. Try to figure out how you can make this for you, but be very clear of what you want, because you want this phone call to be really quick. Yeah. So make it clear what you want. Be confident in your request. You can also invite someone to an event or meet to introduce them to a product, any of this kind of stuff during a call workshop. Like tonight, I'm calling someone who wanted to get started on TLS. I'm calling a motives person. I'm calling a few people because we have this big motives event coming. I'm calling people to go to local seminar, and I'm following up with some people I showed the plan to, and I want to just keep going with what we were doing. So whatever it is, just find your own style and go for it. But be brief. So then dismiss them. And both Ryan and Carl say this is just really important. Hey, I know you're so busy right now. You've got the new house, the new spouse, the new baby. You're totally overbooked. And I know you don't have time to personally be involved, and I want you to understand that I understand that. But I do know that if you saw what I'm doing, there's someone in your network that's looking and right for what I'm doing, that they would be perfect for our business. So I'm looking for your help. You tell them right up, you know, I know you don't have time for this, and that's fine, but who do you know who's looking? Because there are so many people out there right now looking. There's just so many people looking right now. Because if you take it away, people want it more. I think it was David Whitehead. Kelly Whitehead did that with David Whitehead, I think. He talked to everybody, but he didn't want to talk to David until David finally said, well, why don't you talk to me? So if you take it away, it's good. So these are just some examples. I know you have too much going on, otherwise you'd be perfect. You're sharp and exactly who I'm looking for. So take away the fear that you're pitching something to them. And this isn't a switch and bait, because it's true. Because one thing I'm learning now, after so many years and being around really successful people, is they never just stop with the person they're talking to. They always have their eye on is who can they lead you to. And that's what JR talks about too. He's already looking for that B in his ABC pattern. You know, he's looking all the way down the road. So you're not scamming them or anything. You really are interested in who do they know. So that's how we expand the fastest, is to get into people's networks. So number 4, then you book the appointment. First you text, then you, what was number 2. Then you say what you're contacting them about right away. Then you dismiss them. Then you book an appointment. You give them 2 dates. All I'm looking for you to do is evaluate what I'm doing. We're doing something that's never been done before, an evolved method of retail distribution. We're having an overview Thursday at 7:30, or I'm doing a webinar at 7, which works best for you. Give them 2 choices. Yeah. Never say, oh, well, when would be a good time to get together? Because they're going to say never. Yeah. So you might get some questions like, what is it? Come up with something you're comfortable with. I like it's an evolved version of distribution. Or think of franchising. We're just doing it online. And we're doing it in a way that's never been done before. Or I normally just explain it to you, but you're going to get more confused unless you see the charts and diagrams. And that's so true, because nobody's going to understand what you're doing unless you can see it. And then go back down and tie down one of the dates. There's always objections. We have to roll over the objections. And remember, objections are just questions waiting to be answered. It doesn't mean that they're really hating it or saying no. They want to hear your answers to their objections. But we have to keep rolling over them and just going back to bring it back to the appointment. Look, I only need 45 minutes. I'm not looking for you to do this. I know you know some people. I just want you to come and see what I do so you can lead me to people and help me out. You're my friend. Yeah. So, and then you thank them and confirm. Just say, thanks so much, Tuesday at 7. If I can ever return the future and the favor, let me know. And this one is tie down that appointment. Is there any reason why you might not be able to make it? I just really need to know. Limited space on the webinar, a guest speaker's coming, get a hard confirmation. And then follow up the day of. Say, thanks again. I owe you big time. Means the world to me. Can't wait to see you tonight. And, you know, afterthought, hey, feel free to bring someone if you want to check it out with you. Never ask if they're coming. Always presume they are. Yeah. Don't give people an out, because they will take it sometimes. And it's not even that they don't want to come. It's just like, it's easier just to say, oh, well, you know, I don't have time or whatever. So, and don't be afraid to do this call workshop or think you have to do it perfectly. You know, I think it's most important to be the you that's confident in yourself and in your business and what you have to offer. And you're not going to do that perfectly at the beginning. None of us do. And some of us don't even years down. We all have our moments, you know. But we just have to take action of some kind, because that's how we grow this business. So text first, get permission and time to talk to them. Say why you're contacting them. Get right to the point. Dismiss them. You're looking for their network, not their participation. They need to understand the business in order to refer people. Book the appointment, offer 2 dates. Thank them, confirm the appointment, and be prepared to deal with what is an objections, and always bring it back to booking the appointment. Pretty much, that's basically what it is, and I got it from the most current Ryan Stack presentation, which I thought was really good. And just remember, you do have the cookie. People are looking, and it's always a no if you never ask. So you might as well pick up the phone and ask people. And I think it was Shane Kringle. He always put like no's on the wall till he got 100 of them. And then he felt like he was making progress. Yeah, because out of that 100, he got lots of yeses as well. So that's basically it. So I think if we have our names ready, then we can just go ahead and start calling people. And if you have, let's do some feedback stuff in the chat. Like when you call somebody, give us the results, you know, made an appointment, whatever, or this person just doesn't have an open mind or whatever. No names, please. But just let's get some feedback going on this and support each other. Because even if we're not in the same room, we can still be supportive. And I think that's a really wonderful thing with things like Zoom. So any questions? Oh, everyone's muted. Okay.
So, hey, Pat,
so,
I got a quick question. Have you, I don't know if you're on any of the accountability groups, but Tristan Pola from 6x6, this is Carl Eckman. She started about 2 weeks ago this call workshop. and it's very similar to what you're doing here. So have you been on one of her call workshop events?
I have not. I've been on various call workshop events, and actually tonight, Carl Eklund's talking about setting the appointment on his 6x6 tonight.
I plan to be on that. Yeah, that's good.
There's a whole bunch of stuff going on out there, and it's all basically the same, though. Everyone's saying text first, say what you want, take them off the hook, book the appointment, thank them, and get off the phone.
Yep.
That's basically what everyone's saying. So there's variations on a theme. Everybody has their little thing they like to say. You know, Ryan's Tackey's all business. So his is all business. You know, some people are more touchy-feely and they want to talk about other stuff. Whatever fits you. You know, just make it fast. Just go boom, 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 because you want to get through people. Yeah, not hang out with people in these call workshops. We can do that later. Yeah, so the whole, I've only got a second is really good, I think. Yeah, I've only got a second. Okay?
Okay. Pat.
Yes.
This is Jane. Can you use this? Hi. Can you use this technique on, say, health practitioners?
I don't know. Health practitioners are a different animal, really.
Mm-hmm.
You
so
know,
just a regular UFOs.
I don't know. I'm not. I guess I wouldn't call a health practitioner looking for their network. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I have other things. I want their network, but I'm going to ask them face to face or through conversation or through working with them myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if people could do that, that would be brilliant. Yeah, but I think with health professionals, you've got to get their buy-in before they're going to give you anybody else.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
And with him, you don't, because people are used to networking like this. I don't know. Am I wrong, Sarah? I don't know. For me, it wouldn't.
I don't think
work,
so. I mean,
I've never tried.
Unless maybe it's like, you know, your neighbor who happens to be a nurse practitioner, or someone who you already know works in a hospital setting and doesn't have access to their own patients. So I think you could, Jane, maybe do this for sure. Not in your traditional. I think you should still just go with a discovery appointment. For your
I guess that goes back to the list at the beginning, where you're supposed to have your list is the people you've talked to in the past 90 days. So they're people you know.
Right. Okay. Thank
you.
All right, I think we're ready to get going, right?
Are we all ready to get going? Oh, I'm excited. Now if I could figure out how to get rid of my PowerPoint. Boom. There it is. Okay, good. Then I can see. I want to see the chat.
All right.
Oh, I'll figure it out. Go ahead and mute us, Miss Sarah, and we will start making some phone calls.
All right, and then we will, if anyone wants to come back from mute, otherwise we'll maybe wrap it up. What do you think? Like at 8:15 or so?
Something like that, yeah, because I know people do want to get on the 6x6. He's got a really active one going right now.
All right,
and,
so you want to
let's just see how it goes.
Do it for like an hour. Let's jump back on at 7:45, and we'll see if anyone wants to stick on. So we'll do maybe.
That's good.
Okay, so we'll see.
That's perfect, I think.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
All right. See you
cool.
soon.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
We'll keep this up though. All right.
Okay.
In the chat.